Hi, I'm Jonathan Huston, the Liberal candidate for Nedlands. Last Sunday was the 18th of August, which is Vietnam Veterans Day, which is celebrated for the Battle of Long Tan and since the Welcome Home Parade. I really wanted to welcome the President of the Subiac Shettenpa RSL, Peter Hopper, right here. And Peter is my branch President, and I thought we'd talk to Peter about his experience in Vietnam as a gunner with the 131 Divlock battery. So Peter, tell us just very quickly about your journey. You were conscripted and how you ended up in Vietnam.
I was just an ordinary school teacher, primary school teacher, and end up in Vietnam doing some pretty important things. Now, I was in the first call-up in 1965, and because I'd only just qualified as a teacher, they said you can have 1 year teaching and then you go into the army.
And you were in Vietnam for 7 months?
7 months, and I was on 11 operations during that time, so I was pretty busy the whole time, yeah.
One question that's always come up, were you forced to go to Vietnam? I mean, you were forced to be in the army, but were you forced to go to Vietnam, or was that...
It's funny that, because we were all taken into a bit of a room, and I think, you know, they were going to tell us we're off to Vietnam, but I think they actually said if you didn't want to go, and you really don't want to be part of it, there's no problem. But there's a lot of peer group pressure.
Right. And you weren't actually firing guns, you were responsible for...
We're not firing the guns at all. We're actually supporting the guns by giving them their vital information about where they are on a map, exactly.
If the guns had to be put in position, and normally there's 6 guns to a battery, these are large artillery pieces, so Pete, the helicopter would drop you
in.
And how long did it take you to survey the guns?
Oh, not that long. We would have other people at different locations looking in to where we were. One location we had a balloon that we sent up and held up, you know, so that could be sighted from other points around Phuoc Tri province to give the bearings coming in. And I'll tell you what, when the guns fire, they can fire at any time, day or night. It's like a huge explosion. And we had pieces of cotton wool in our ear. Right. And that was sufficient, but you'd end up sleeping through it. It's extraordinary what you can do in a stressful situation like that. Oh, by the way, also when I was in Vietnam, I surveyed in a village of Ap Suy Nay, not far from Nui Dat. The Americans came in, cleared the area, and I put the rod in, and we set the whole village out. It goes north-south. It's still there today, and one day I hope to go back, because I was the first surveyor at Ap Suy Nay, yeah, not far from Nui Dat.
And how do you reflect back then on your time as National Service now in your later life?
Yeah, well, I do suffer from PTSD. That is a negative, but I am coping with it, and I think overall the benefits were enormous. I mean, the group of blokes that I fought with, we are very, very close, and we contact each other.
And did you find it difficult to adjust back into society in those first...
Well, what bothers me at the moment, while I'm playing golf down here at Cottesloe, the rifle range is near us, and they open up every now and then, and as soon as they open up, I immediately go, get the microphone, to report small arms fire and give a bearing and a distance. You know, I can't stop it. I know, because it's, and they've told me that you can't get rid of that. It'll be with you. Yeah, I know. And if I hear helicopters too, the first thing I do is throw smoke, because when they came to pick us up, we'd have a little smoke, and they see us and they report in. We can see purple smoke. We're coming in. You know, the Americans pick us up and take us back. Yeah. So those things are there. So I'm a little bit on edge, as you can understand. So it does mean a lot to us, and I think I've benefited from as a leader. You know what I mean?
Well, Peter then continued his service after as the president of this club, and does to this day. And in this little room we meet every month that I can come. We have our service. And Peter, I want to thank you very much for your service to the country and your ongoing service to the community. Thank you, Peter.